Cephei VI, Cycle 9, which I ended the last video saying that this is probably a game decisive cycle, and my predictions largely proved true. So, um, for context, reminder, I'm at war with Peculiar, Cases, Slow and Steady. I'm allied with Cygnus and Wamata. Soda Water down here is also really part of my alliance. It's kind of a weird, not quite, but really in a way he is situation. Um, and Wamata was fighting Pretty Kitty with a war that I was going to join through NowNet and then just really couldn't afford to and never did. Anyway, I've been pretty sure that Wamata was about to go AFK, which would be disastrous for me if Pretty Kitty then eats Wamata and then attacks me here. I'm barely holding against Slow and Steady, who I estimate to be at about 80 stars at this point. I'm curious to see whether my estimate's correct. And at one point, essentially, these three people who I'm fighting, I think they certainly had around 120 stars between them to my 60, and then Cygnus kind of joined the party and helped take out Peculiar. Um, but the I am barely holding on this front. You can see me kind of scrambling for resources, and this cycle I realized that I could make the sapping equation. He's been sapping me for ages, and I realized the sapping equation could go much better my way if I used specialists. So I started doing that. Anyway, pretty early on in the cycle, what's to talk big picture? Pretty early on in the cycle, Wamata AFKs. When is it exactly? Actually, I think it's about halfway through. But you can pretty much see it happening. He's just not responding to anything from Pretty Kitty. And I would chat to Pretty Kitty and say, look, there you go. Yeah, that's it. Didn't happen at the start of the cycle, but I reached out. Like, I basically reached out and said, look, he's probably AFK. What we can do afterwards? Do you want to, instead of attacking me, join the Star Leader? Now, I think we're in technically a better position. And I think Pretty Kitty could get far by attacking me. Except for if that happened, what I would do is I'd throw everything at her, let Straight's Slow and Steady take things, and perhaps seed some stuff to Cygnus so Cygnus wins, and I would essentially burn everything to the ground. But they don't want to. They want to join up with me instead, which is good for me. I basically say, look, I'm not going to give you weapons until I'm absolutely certain he's gone, because I do have an alliance with him. And then there you go, 88. Oh, so I was one take away. There you go, 88. He 188. He got AFKs. It's like cool. I'll talk about the AFK for a second, because of course this is different to Neptune's Pride. I still have my alliance status as friendly sailor set with him. And so what I realize is I can just kind of go and park on these stars and then break alliance when I feel like it, if it works out for me, which I do, and it does. And I grab a bunch of stars basically for free. Closing out the cycle at 72 stars, which is my peak of the game so far, with one, two, yeah, just two, three more stars going to go to me. I'm pretty sure Cygnus is the star leader now, because he's grabbed a bunch from Romato as well. He grabbed lots of easy stars from Peculiar. He must be at 80 plus. Um, oh, look, they're RTQing. Well, tough luck. So it was a pretty short, short and sweet, like, devouring of the corpse of Romata. So I reckon both of these must be 50 to 60. Cygnus must be 80 to 90, and of course I'm sitting at 72. Let's go to the fun stuff, because I'll start with the wars, right? Okay. Peculiar is basically being wrapped up. Try and start sapping here. He decides it's worth a general. Fair. So a lot of ships there. And now slow and steady is starting to bring stuff through. It's outside the wormhole. So essentially, Peculiar only has this cluster and this cluster left. He's down to 5 stars. I reckon Case has probably only got what I see, maybe I think about 4 stars here. This is the cluster I want to fall to me. Unfortunately, I did have some of it and I had to retreat. Now for the fun war. Right, here's where we were at the start of the cycle. I decided I can't really hold this, so I'm kind of already planning on retreating back to this line, which I want to hold. And I throw a lot at it because basically delay helps me. I need to delay collapse. When this is wrapped up, I think he's got all those stars, plus whatever's north of it. So my fight with Peculiar didn't go well, but these all get wrapped up to Cygnus. This is the story of this game. I took all the hard fights, and got suitably punished for it. Anyway, um, to this border, um, I hold my skin in my teeth. He's been sapping for ages, and honestly, I think he could have broke me if he really tried, because he's got a numeric advantage, quite a big one. Um, and then this is the point where I'm having to throw a lot at it. This cost me a lot, right? These are not cheap gates, and I can't afford to leave them up, so I've got to use them for final tick stuff. Um, and the real challenge is keeping these specialists alive, because again, unlike Neptune's Pride, rather than losing ships proportionately, you lose ships equally across carriers. And so if all your specialists are on a small specialist, then you're kind of fucked. That you can lose it. So I use an infiltrator first, and then I later I'm starting to build things up. Okay, was that an LT? No, didn't use the LT yet. God, there's so many battles here. All right, here's the LT, right? And I'm really trying to save tokens. I did an LT with an infiltrator here because A, I can combine them, and B, um, I wanted to uh, save tokens in case he did a real assault. Now my LT is joining here, right? But here we've got um, the problem of will I be able to keep them both alive, right? And the answer is just barely. Oh, sorry, no. The answer was no, I couldn't keep the infiltrator alive. So I decided to bug out with the infiltrator, which can get there ahead of this attack because there was no way of keeping it alive. And look, I have to do it again. Like 500 spent on emergency gates, plus now I've had to commit the orbital cannon. Now it's attacking Chrysa, right? Fortunately, Chrysa's got Harriet Tubman sitting right here, so I can defend Chrysa relatively easily. Um, and now I've got my LT and SAB together here. Corporal Cabot and John Moran are doing a good job. Okay, they can get here in time um, to support, right? And with enough ships, importantly, to survive. So I've spent most of my credits, most of my tokens. I don't think I spent all of them defending this, but they did hold. And they blew up a lot of ships. Let's do a quick count. 100, 500, 600, 750, 8,000, 1,020 plus an LT, 1,160, 1,260, 1,000, let's just call it 1,300. So 1,300 ships in an LT is one third of my fleet, right, in one cycle. More than that, right? So it's been a hot war. Um, the orbital cannons may make him think twice, and I've now got two extra levels of terraforming, so at least my Boyer gate, if I need it, is only 200 now rather than 250. Um, the real saving grace was that we're on the um, double rewards for capturing stars, so that meant I got a lot of income from eating Ramata. I was worried that committing the ships to this would make this collapse because I couldn't really reinforce it while sending things to capture these stars. Thankfully not. And now we're at the point where Slow and Steady wants to end the game. Oops, nope. That's just boring trades. I don't want to. The reason I don't want to is I think I can perhaps claw back a win in the scramble once Slow and Steady is broken. I think I'm currently in second. I would like to be in first. Um, Cygnus has told me he's going on holiday soon, so that helps. Um, but you know, I feel like I have carried this team. Sorry, guys, if you're watching. But a lot of the growth for my colleagues was from three bots here. Find my human opponents weren't much better than a bot, but then I fought this whole alliance on my own for about three cycles with a little bit of help of Cygnus against one of their weaker players. So I was only doing 2-on-1, and Slow and Steady is bigger than me. And yeah, I lost some stars, but I also gained some stars. Right? I mean, I lost some stars that I gained from them here, and then ended up just kind of shifting the line. So all in all, I think I did a really good job of this war, and I would like to take first for it. But if I don't, it happens. Anyway, the game I think is basically over. I think we've got two cycles in of the mop up, but I don't think anything particularly interesting will happen outside of some very random betrayal that I don't think will happen. So still, let's end. I'll come back when the game is over rather than do every single cycle because I think it'll be boring. But I was right. Ramata AFK'd, and this cycle determined, I think, the outcome of the game.